Alright, well, greetings and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Shout, Season 1, Episode 3. In black and white, they really ought to know. In this episode, the Graf Zeppelin 2, like any other airship as usual, we face the same challenges. Transporting human beings, animals, of course in the weather that's as shown here, to the Coronado Airport in Duke City. And of course, again, in this episode, the crew of Graf Zeppelin 2 faces a unique challenge as well, transporting a diverse group of passengers, including curious humans and a menagerie of animals, to the whenever Aviation Expo. As we fly through the skies, secrets emerge, friendships form, and unexpected connections blossom. Amidst the seemingly black and white landscape to most people's eyes, they discover that sometimes the most colorful stories unfold in the most unexpected places. So right now, of course, our landing plan here is like today. When I get the airship in the air, I'll cut the engines full reverse shortly before Montgomery, because here's why. It took us forever to get into, what's that place? Coronado Airport. Like, when I cut the engines over Lomas, I think cutting the engines down over Lomas is just overkill. So, I think around Del Norte High School, I will cut the engines today. And from here on out, we're a no-fly over UNM Hospital because there's helicopter operations there. I live in Albuquerque in real life. I know UNM Hospital exists in real life, and it's only a matter of when. It's when, of course, at least I think anyway, but I'm going to treat it as if UNM Hospital is going to tell me to stop flying airships over the UNM Hospital, of course, that is. Now, if a helicopter hits the airship, that's going to be bad. So, from here on out, of course, this is what's going to happen here. We're going to go fly to Duke City. As of right now, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, today's flight is unlike any other. We're not just transporting passengers, we're carrying hope, wagging tails, and the promise of brighter days. Our retrievers and geese are ready to change lives. And our geese, well, they're here to remind us that even in flight, we're all part of a larger flock. The retrievers are practicing their sit and stay, and the geese, they're honking in harmony. Let's ensure their comfort and safety. And remember, folks, this goes for the geese too. No chasing at any time for no good reason. Okay, so here's Graf Zeppelin number 2 right here, and here's Deutsche Luftschiff Zeppelin Bau 130, DLZ 130, and hence that number. I've been 30 for nearly 1 month now. 4 June will mark 1 month since I turned 30 this year, 2024. And yes, in black and white, they really ought to know. I'll say again, yes, in black and white, they really ought to know. From the lyrics of Shout by Tears for Fears. In black and white, they really ought to know. Okay, the sun's coming out. I say again, the sun's coming out. Let's get the show on the road. Okay, so right now, let's check the navigation station really quick, okay? Okay, it's all here. Where we go today is as follows. these dots here, they form a line. So, I think I call this a smudge of some kind. Okay, within this smudge, let's just say this. If you see where my cursor is, that's where we are. And when we get to the ravine, of course, where I give the order to prepare for landing, that's where we generally are. We might fly over it, but that's okay. And this dot here, Coronado Airport. And what makes flying over the ravine here okay is that we're still technically way too far from the Coronado Airport. And of course, in this video, like I said from before, like, when we get to where my cursor is, as right here, estimated to be, you know, I'll cut the engines just shy of Del Norte High School. I'll cut the engines over San Pedro Square on San Pedro and Candelaria, a plaza that my father used to own. I'll cut the engines over San Pedro Square. And if I miss it, fine, I'll cut them over Montgomery. Boulevard Northeast, that is. I'll cut them over Montgomery. The reason I say this is because, this add-on's been updated. And although not really realistic, I'll say it again, although not really realistic, I'm going to do it anyway. And of course, nobody could really match up to the realism to these airships, for these were made in the 30s, things like that, and it's an ever-developing project. These airship things here, and now I'm gonna go and make my way to the control car again, and let's see what happens from here. Again, generally speaking, this is our route here. Okay, this is our route. We're in this dot, and we go to this dot, and we go to this dot. Okay, I don't know, what am I forgetting? Okay, let's do a little bit of waterbed trolling here. I grew up in that area of waterbeds. They're fun. But sometimes, I hurt thanks to waterbeds. As you get older, sleeping's the best thing you could possibly do. All that remains in our family, really, of waterbeds are the frames, not the mattress. It's like a bed, almost. Okay, fine. Is everybody okay back there? Let's go. I'll say it again, let's go. For real, let's go. Okay. Telephone Buch. Okay, here is dein Telefonbuch. Ein Grün Telefonbuch. Hoch, runter, hoch, runter. What do you think those mean? Okay, next up we... Hoch, runter. Grün Telefonbuch. Grün Telefonbuch. Bearing in mind I'm an educational source. I'll say again, bear in mind I'm an educational source, and I, of course, promote education. Is that right here? Wow. Gas cell 12 already full, but I'm going to reconfirm that. Although no red light, I'm going to top it off anyway. Right now, about base. And now to the right, and to the left, right. Stuff swap begins right now. Yeah, I'm not going to go in the passenger area today. You know why? Or for right now anyway. You know why? Because you really were supposed to check out the tour of the Hindenburg video, for that matter. So let's do this.
Prepare for takeoff.
Roger, all move to takeoff station.
Ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the stuff swap begins now. If there are any around, please fasten your seatbelts. Our cargo holds hearts and feathers and fur. As we ascend, let's carry their dreams to new heights. Look, the retrievers are waving their paws, and the geese, they're flapping their wings in excitement. And so it goes. Before we begin, let's do this. Alright. So now, let's go for a short haul. For that's what we do anyway. Come on, will you? Red thumbs down. Why? Of all things.
Start maintenance operations, please. Start maintenance operations, please.
Okay. Stuff swap just began. It was instantaneous. So again, stuff swap began. It was instantaneous. We'll begin with, of course, at this point, all engines half ahead. Now let's...
Release mooring.
Copy. Copy.
Copy. Haul up and moorings.
Roger. Roger.
Roger.
I'm going to get everybody to crew station now.
All crew on crew station.
All to crew station.
Okay. As we approach Meadow Lake, all ahead full. Whoa. Is it quaking? I don't think so. Quaking take place the whole flight. I recommend you skip chapters. It isn't. No. Okay, fine. Hey, when that happens, maybe I'll keep it quiet for a little while. Put in the notes. 2 emergency ballasts were jettisoned. They're right up here. Wherever you see red lights. Alright. Objectives, get out! Not now. Okay, we passed through Meadow Lake here. Let's go outside now. Okay. We're now in cruising phase. I usually don't call it right away because I want to make sure I'm clear of Meadow Lake. Or clearing. And I usually give cruise dialogue around Meadow Lake. Just to be on the sure side, so to speak. Alright. As for the time being, the weather is cooperating. Our passengers are gazing out the windows, tails wagging, and the geese, they're discussing migration routes. Perfect. Remember, geese are natural navigators. They'll guide us home. And also, even more, we're still in the cruising phase. Alright. Hard to starboard. We'll say this. Of course. For now, everything looks excellent. And remember, no spitting overboard. We're closer, of course, to the heavens for the time being. And perhaps a touch of magic colors of the world. I totally forgot to request for takeoff. Alright, let's see what Meadow Lake looks like from here for once. Meadow Lake is just a trailer park community from what it looks like. Navigation check. Let's do it right now, actually. Let's just go and do the navigation check right now. And before I do, everyone okay? You got telephone etiquette? And again, about face. Oops. About face. Again, about face. Okay. Here we are at the map. It's gonna be like a waterbed here. Alright, where we are is within these dots. Looks like we're right here where the cursor is. It's a guess, of course. It's really hard to tell at this time because, you know, this is such a short route and I'm comfortable with it. Okay, I gotta get back to the control car, something's telling me. Okay. Oh look, here I am. Trolling it like... Trolling the books like I did on the waterbed. Time to get up. Okay. Gas cell 12, it's hard to tell if it's illuminated or not. But it's full. Okay, let's check the other end. Again, about face. Get that? Ah! Sun's so freaking bright. Ah! Come on. Okay, this episode gets its name because since I'm flying the Graf Zeppelin number 2, I don't like to say names of other people, but of course looks like I'm going to say it just for this video. Since Hermann Göring and Adolf Hitler are dead, of course, I took the Graf Zeppelin 2 up because even though this thing was flying when, of course, black and white was the thing, and color was expensive at that time, of course, I'm showing you and telling you that even though this is a colorized presentation, and if this presentation is in black and white, y'all really, really ought to know that airships don't hurt anyone. They don't hurt anyone or anybody. Not a flight simulator production, anyway. And, of course, since an airship's always something I wanted to fly as a child, you know, we're flying it. For real. And now, of course, we are heading towards Albuquerque International Sunport. I missed the ravine. Let me call.
Prepare for landing.
Alright, I'm picking up the pieces.
Ready to land.
Ready to land.
Okay, we're outside of Graf Zeppelin number 2. Now, I'm not going to go all the way to the back because of the bright sun. I can go over here very briefly. So, look, Graf Zeppelin number 2. Now, the original Graf Zeppelin, I'll say, the original Graf Zeppelin, in case you didn't know, did not have this font nor style. This is Old English text. If we go over to the starboard side of the airship, that's Old English text. And this font here, I believe, is called Arial. I'm just not sure. Where it says DLZ 130. Or in my terms, Delta Lima Zulu 130. I think that's Arial. I'm not sure. But right here, Graf Zeppelin, that's, of course, Old English text. Remember, I'm an educational promoter, too, so that's why I say these things. I wonder where we are, so yeah, it gets boring going back in there. So. I'll take you to the rear. Hey, Graf 2, you want to race? I bet you do. Who are we going to race against? Imaginary geese? Alright, it's on. Imaginary outsider geese? I wonder how, though. Round 2, even worse. Okay. What is that? Big G for golf down there. That's what it looks like. Looks like they were expecting you, Graf 2, for some reason. Alright. Just like Airship Hirohito, you have a race to, of course, do. Hopefully I can make this video public afterwards. Hopefully. Alright, this is our plan here. It's foggy right here. Here refers to where my cursor is. And as you might have seen, again, the font type right here is called Old English Text, where it says Graf Zeppelin. Like I said from before, the font type is called Old English Text. Get that? Old English Text. And I believe this is Arial, the DLZ-130. I'm just not sure. I could use a clarification. It's okay to tell me if it's not Arial. Or Arial, that's what it is. Arial. I'm just not sure. And while we're at it too, the Graf Zeppelin number 2, as you can see here, is a Hindenburg class airship. Now her previous sister, Graf Zeppelin 1, is a totally different story. Now if I was flying Graf Zeppelin 1, you know what I'd be doing from the time I recorded this video? If this was Graf Zeppelin number 1, we'd all be in the control car. If that were so the case. Of Graf Zeppelin 1. Okay, looks like we're on Kirtland Air Force Base property, so for our time being I record this video, I'm going back in the control car until we're clear. Yeah, I'll stay here till we're clear. And I'll tell you what, while I'm passing the time till we're clear. Let's not take a long time here. Sorry. I don't mean any harm. Sorry, it's just that there's high security right below me. And I know this in real life, too. I beg y'all's forgiveness. Alright, we just passed that middle dot right here, where my cursor is, and we gotta go right up here. Here refers to Coronado Airport. We have to get up there. Okay, there's the Animal Humane right below us. And that's where some of our animals on board came from in this fictional production. They came from here, referring to the Animal Humane Society. The Kempe Tai actually got them out of there. Or my fictional version of the Kempe Tai got them out. Okay, we're over the fairgrounds now. We're in La Mesa. Okay. More over San Pedro. Let me align the ship with San Pedro, and then we can go outside again, okay? I know my town pretty well at this point. Lived here for 30 years. To tell you the truth, my father was an idiot for allowing me to be born here in Albuquerque. I say this because there's nothing in store here. And of course, I'm comfortable with the town. Oh, there's Jerry Klein Park. Now, of course, a positive I can point out with the town, actually I have a lot of them. Like, for example, one positive here is I know where things are. And I can use them as navigational landmarks. Speaking of navigational landmarks, today we're taking a risk. We're going to fly this thing just short of Montgomery Boulevard Northeast. And we're going to land at Coronado Airport. And by the way, Red Wing Simulations, the airship's behaving pretty well today. From time being I recorded this video, because the day before, the airship wasn't behaving well, and today it is, so far. Especially the Graf Zeppelin number 2. Let's fly San Pedro Boulevard Northeast. Alright. What I said about the font, it remains as is. And just to clarify, is that RAL? Alright, you're going to be quizzed. What kind of font is this? Yeah, what kind of font is that? You let me know in the comments on what kind of font that is. Okay, all engines full reverse now. Looks can be so deceiving. Aya, Eliza. I'm flying over your birthplace right now. Also right below us, here's the Yeller sub. And here's a place where I used to wait for the city bus to take me to where I used to work. Which unfortunately was on Kirtland Air Force Base. And of course here's the route I typically take. And of course I'd stop here for a moment and then go out again. I'm not going to take you all the way because, you know, that's Kirtland Air Force Base and security levels there are like really high right now. especially in real life. And I respect that. Oh, wow. Flying through clouds. Here's a medical plaza here. Whoa. That's so huge. That cloud there. Hey, but I'm up for that challenge. Maintain heading 3-5 in the high 350s. This thing cannot go below 17 kilometers an hour. It cannot go under that. This thing cannot go under. I can't see the North Domingo Baca Park and Multi-Generational Center from here. Okay, at this point, all engines idle. Although it's really sunny outside in real life, I'm doing this because I'm up for the challenge. Flying the airship in this weather, that is. Out here, we have as follows: Albuquerque Academy, and in this general area here, we have the UNM Family Health Heights Clinic, and we have Hoffmantown Church. And now let's here. Okay, we're aligned with the Coronado Airport now, in the general area of it. Right out here we have the Dennis Chavez Elementary School. Here we have the some along the lines of Del Norte something. And here's Loma Del Norte Park. Should have known that. Gate of Heaven Cemetery. Solar panel field between the Albuquerque Academy and Hoffmantown Church. There's a solar panel field, and right down below we have the Gate of Heaven Cemetery. We have the Sandia Memory Garden Cemetery. Now, all engines, slow ahead full. Correct, slow ahead. Of course. See what we have here. Oops. I need to make that quiet. I want to get this thing quiet. Come on. Quiet down. Come on. Alright, now we're talking. Here's, of course, the North Domingo Baca Park and Multi-Generational Center. Here's Desert Ridge Middle School. Also to the right here, there's the Heights First Church of the Nazarene, where I meet for Civil Air Patrol. Of course, now we're entering the Coronado Airport. I don't even care if there's an expo today. Because, hence this video's title, people really ought to know that I love airships. They should come back. Especially because I use airships, as a traveling platform for canine companions. And the airship allows us to be, productive. The airship allows us to be productive, is why it should come back. Come on, quiet down, will you? Quiet this thing down. Alright, I'll just go ahead and full. Another emergency ballast activated. Go with that. Or shall we? Always pulling that emergency. Now, since this thing won't be quiet, actually, I'm going to go ahead and release an emergency ballast. Will you? Another emergency ballast has been released. For some reason, this thing just won't be quiet. Alright, all engines idle again. Put everything away now. I'm going to troll it like we did the waterbeds. So generally speaking, if this was a waterbed, it'd be like right here. Here refers to where, of course, the mattresses. And of course, move to the right. Move to the left, and of course, if this was a waterbed here, albeit whether it be finished reading, studying, things like that, we of course put the books away, or whatever it is, and we go to bed, or whatever else we gotta do. So what you might see me do as I was cleaning up the station is, if this was a waterbed right here, we put the book away, and we come here. If this was a waterbed, we put the book away. Now let's move out. Alright, reset camera. Let me go outside for one more check. You know, I don't even care where we really are. You know why I say this? Wait a minute, actually I do care. We're a little too close to the cemetery. Let me move it slow a little bit. Are we moving? Okay. At this point, all engines, of course, idle. Now. Okay, I like where I am, so... At this point, all engines stop. At this point, you heard me correctly, all engines stop. Okay, prepare for descent. Everyone ready? Let me go to the chief stored page. Yeah, we expedite upon landing. Remember that. Let's do it.
Drop the moorings.
Roger. Copy.
Copy.
line of work is messy. So. But, you know, you get things out of it. Messes, that is. Okay. We're ready for this. Megaphone stays up. You heard me correctly, the megaphone stays up. So I can give the order to grab the ropes. Anyway. Anyway. I'm going to start the deflation process now, okay? Or the descent and deflation process. I'm going to start it now. Everybody ready? I'll ask you again, is everybody ready? We're going to start the deflation process. You ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, let's deflate this thing. Come on. As soon as we're at like 5,000, like 500 feet, I'll give the order. Grab the ropes. Actually, I'll do it now.
Grab the ropes.
Grab the ropes. Whoa. The descent rate stopped in a hurry. Okay, I'm gonna put the megaphone away for right now, okay? Actually, no, I'll keep it out. So I can tell the chief steward what to do. hello there, especially to the Whatever Whenever Aviation Expo, which I think some of you are attending, especially within the audience. Again, welcome to the Whatever Whenever Aviation Expo. The Graf Zeppelin 2 is coming in for landing as of right now, and you know how this whole process about airships go. Or it goes, right? It's a tedious process. And in case some of you didn't know, we'll tell you again. As of right now, Michael Saul from Michael Saul's Gaming, yes, Michael Roger Saul from Michael Saul's Gaming, will only top off gas cell number 12 for his short routes, because you might have seen in earlier series when he came to this expo, he had a struggle to land. He really did. Now, thanks to that update made by Red Wing Simulations, he was able to get the airship on the ground okay. Which is what you're seeing here. Speaking of which, let's go around the airship and let's go right here. Here first to one. This thing's going down. And this thing is going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Hold on. Hold on, just in case this thing keels over. So a post-landing welfare check. What's going on? Okay, the other crew, take over. So again, the other crew, please take over as I come back around. Actually, let me put the megaphone away just for a moment. Is everybody okay in here? All good? Yes, no, maybe so. All good? No one ate too heavy? Is anybody on board? Is anybody on board this moose here? Meet you in the lounge. Y'all better have everything okay. Everybody okay in here? Let me go a different angle for once. It's boring going that way. It's all good? We'll work together. Alright, let's work together. I think today I just want to fly hard. That's all I want to do today. Just fly hard. Is everybody okay in here? Is everybody okay? Now, I'm standing in this position on purpose so I can give writers their space. Anybody who writes sitting at these tables, I'm giving them their space. Thank you. And now let's go back to the control car. And now I'm going to open the boarding stairs. But first, okay. Let's get y'all out of here right now. Let's do it.
Proceed with unboarding, please.
Roger. Starting unboarding.
Okay, I'll observe. Y'all know what you're doing? What happened? That took a while. Or did it?
Unboarding finished, sir.
Alright, can the other officers take over to make sure that the boarding stairs are down? How about the rest of you? Can we have the other officers take over to make sure that the boarding stairs are down? Okay, make extra sure they're out of here, okay? Okay, they look down to me. Can I have other officers take over, please? I'm gonna put this up now. Okay. The Expo we go. I'm gonna try something else with the drone camera today. Step out of the comfort zone a little bit. Let's do this. Actually, I'll step out of the comfort zone a lot today. Okay, get away from the ship. Y'all, get away from the ship. Wow. What did you just do just now? Let's go to the Expo. Looks like this drone's not going to be of any use. Okay, Since the Expo was my idea, fine. Karma, you got me. Okay, fine. Karma, you got me. I'm gonna say this. I believe that the outsider dogs are there. And here we are. Look, y'all. Airplanes. Along with the Graf Zeppelin 2, as some of these folks arrived in. I heard they're unveiling, of course, even more so airships. Maybe some of y'all folks could be mascots. Indeed, some of you might become the face of a sustainable form of aviation. And who knows, you know. Of course, this is my fictional world. Everybody right now in my fictional world is being drafted to be pilots. Private pilots, at the very least. And so, against the black and white canvas of the sky, Graf Zeppelin 2 leaves its mark on aviation history again. Passengers and animals alike find inspiration, connections, and shared love for flight. As the whenever Aviation Expo unfolds, we all stand tall ready to take the world one colorful adventure at a time. Otherwise, that is our show. If you like, please like and subscribe.